Well, the Bahamas now is faced with another month of curfews and lockdowns to stop the spread of COVID-19. That coming from Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis during a communication in the House of Assembly today. He made several other announcements as government grapples with the reality that it's going to take the full cooperation of the entire country to put a halt to this global pandemic. Altaviz Munnings joins us live from the House of Assembly with this report. Good evening, Altaviz.
Good evening, Jamanita, and good evening, Bahamas. Several announcements made here on the government's COVID-19 response plan at the House of Assembly this morning by Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis. As he tabled the resolution to amend the Emergency Powers COVID-19 No. 2 order, he listed that the supermarket schedule that has been in place 2 weeks ago still remains in place, and that the weekday curfews and weekend lockdowns will continue until health officials advise otherwise.
I know that some will be disappointed by the extension of the emergency orders, including workers, businesses who are hurting. But I assure them, and I assure all Bahamians and residents, that this short-term sacrifice and pain is absolutely necessary.
After several weeks of curfews and lockdowns, Bahamians were waiting to hear Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis' confirmation on the extension of the Emergency Powers COVID-19 No. 2 order to May 30th. That means for the entire month of May, the national lockdown will take place between 9 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday, with the 24-hour curfew resuming thereafter. And the Prime Minister announced that those who break quarantine will be fined up to $20,000 or 5 years imprisonment or both. As some businesses are now allowed to operate during the emergency orders, the Prime Minister disclosed that a full reopening of the economy in this COVID-19 environment must be gradual and deliberate, with proper health and physical distancing protocols enforced. Phase 1A involves essential services and hurricane preparedness that includes the reopening of home and hardware stores, NGOs and churches providing food to the needy, and the manufacturing of protective personal equipment and hand sanitizers Monday through Friday. Phase 1B includes delivery and curbside service and construction, as well as relaxing restrictions on exercise. Resuming Family Island businesses and worship services with strict social distancing is a part of Phase 2. Beginning the new normal is the third phase of government's measured plan for reopening the economy that involves introducing non-essential storefront business operations and limited educational operations like national examinations based on social distancing and wearing masks, as well as relaxing restrictions on weddings, funerals, and social gatherings, and reopening parks and beaches. Phase 4 is moving forward with the opening of restaurants, gyms, and entertainment facilities, hair and nail care, domestic travel, and group exercising. Restarting the tourism industry and opening the country's borders is the primary component of Phase 5, with the reopening of hotels and tourism-related businesses, as well as public transportation.
And I'm happy to announce that Bahamian professionals from tourism and Airport Authority, NAD, are also involved in establishing international protocols so that hotels and tourism products can be jump-started and take off like turbo engines. We will also, as necessary, Mr. Speaker, implement our own specific standards where we feel various regional and international standards do not match our reality.
Prime Minister Minnis also shared good news for Bahamians stuck abroad during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The government, Mr. Speaker, is finalizing plans to secure a mandatory quarantine facility to accommodate the return of a number of Bahamians in the United States to New Providence. At present, there are over 200 Bahamians who want to return home during the lockdown of our borders.
Also, in the Prime Minister's communication this morning, he listed details of the much-anticipated rental assistance program. He also explained the mission of the National Food Program and Economic Recovery Committees. We'll share those details for you in tomorrow's newscast. Now, the Prime Minister made it clear that he wants to thank, on behalf of himself and the entire country, the frontline health workers who have been making tireless services in order to stop the spread of COVID-19. He's also thanking Bahamians who have been adhering to the emergency powers COVID-19 orders, also in an effort to stop the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Reporting live from the House of Assembly, I'm Ultivis Munnings, ZNS Network News. Back to you, Jimenita.